guys, it's RJ. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, very recently on the show, I did a full video on how to downgrade a credit card. But the other half of downgrading a credit card is also the ability to upgrade a credit card. So that's exactly what we're going to focus on today. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and let's get to work. So I'll go ahead and link down below to the video I did where we talk about downgrading credit cards if you want more information on that. But let's start with upgrading. So upgrading is going to be the exact opposite of that video. So let's take Chase and the Sapphire Preferred card for example. You've got the Sapphire Preferred, you're really liking it, but you want to move into the big brother card, the Sapphire Reserve. So upgrading would be the act of calling into the credit card company and getting that Sapphire Preferred card evolved Charizard style to the Sapphire Reserve. So that's a little bit about how it works. Now let's talk about why you might want to do this. So there's a few times where you would want to do this, and a lot of times it's going to be around credit card rules. So in our Chase example, when it comes to Sapphire cards, for example, Chase has a rule that 1, you can only have 1 Sapphire card at a time, and 2, you can receive a Sapphire card bonus once every 4 years. So in order to qualify for a new Sapphire bonus, you would have to cancel your existing Sapphire card, wait 4 years, and then reapply to be able to get a new bonus on the card. So with those rules in mind, 1, taking the Sapphire Preferred and applying for the Sapphire Reserve separately is out of the question. 2, if I make a change to the Preferred to the Reserve, I'm not going to cost myself a sign-up bonus because according to Chase's rules, I am not currently eligible for the bonus on the Sapphire Reserve. So in this case, the only way to get the Sapphire Reserve card is to take your Sapphire Preferred, phone into Chase, and have them change it over to a Sapphire Reserve. Another reason why you might want to do this, sticking with our Chase example, is Chase 524. So we saw this a lot when the Freedom Flex came out late last year in 2020. If you are miles over 524, and very quickly that's Chase's rule, if you have 5 or more new credit card accounts opened with any card issuer within the last 24 months, it's going to be an automatic decline on Chase's part. When the Flex came out to replace the Freedom card, a lot of people wanted the Flex card because the Flex card again was the next level up of the Freedom card, so technically it is a better, more superior card to have, all for no annual fee. But if you can't apply for the card and you're already miles over the 524 line, then it might make more sense to call into Chase and say, can I change my existing Freedom card into a Flex card and start taking advantage of those new multipliers now, as opposed to waiting until you're under 524. The last big reason why you might want to upgrade a card as opposed to applying for a new card outright is something that we see on the Amex side of the house more so, but these are when credit card companies offer consumers upgrade offers. So let's say, for example, you have the Hilton Ascend card, which is like the middle card in the Hilton lineup. You had it for 1 year, and then American Express at your card anniversary sends you an upgrade offer to upgrade it from the Ascend to the Aspire card. So you can see a few different types of offers, but the gist of it is Amex is saying, hey, if you upgrade to the next level of card, we will give you X amount of points in return for doing so. And there's a few different ways that you might want to play this that we'll talk about a little bit later. So that's a little bit about why you might want to do it. Now let's talk about how it works and what happens when you upgrade a card. So when you upgrade a card, you're not actually applying for a new credit card. You're basically taking your current credit card, you're transferring the information over to a new upgraded card. So that means your card number is going to go with it, your account balance that you have, the credit limit that you have, the credit history that you have is all going to move over to the new card. Now on the other side of it, the card issuer might send you a new card with the new card artwork on it, a new security code on the back, and a new expiration date. But everything else is going to be the exact same from your existing card. But one key thing here that is likely going to change is the annual fee. When you talk about upgrading a card, you're usually upgrading it into a card with a higher annual fee. So in this case, you will have the new annual fee charged to your account immediately upon upgrading. So now let's talk about some things to keep in mind when considering a credit card upgrade. So the first big thing is around timing of your upgrade. So there's something called the Credit Card Act of 2009, and one of the rules in the Credit Card Act is It prevents card issuers from charging consumers a higher annual fee in year number 1 of having a credit card. So that means if you go back to our Sapphire Preferred example, Sapphire Preferred is $95 annual fee. Let's say you apply for that in January, and then you get to August and you really want the Sapphire Reserve. Even if you phone up Chase and ask them to change it to the Reserve, and you're more than willing to pay the new annual fee of $550, they legally cannot upgrade that card for you, even though in Chase's eyes they really want to do it. So for the vast majority of card issuers, you're going to have to wait until you've had that card open for at least 1 year, and then you can make the switch. Another thing to keep in mind when you're talking about upgrading a card is the card issuers are only going to allow you to upgrade certain cards within product families. So go back to our Chase example, you can upgrade or even downgrade the Sapphire Preferred into any other Ultimate Rewards earning card, so anything from the Freedom line or the Sapphire line. However, you could not change your Sapphire Preferred into an Ink card, because an Ink card is a business card and the Sapphire Preferred is a personal card. And along that same thought path, you could not change your Sapphire Preferred card to, let's say, a Southwest or a Marriott card, because a Southwest and a Marriott card are in 2 different product families and they earn 2 different points currencies. So anytime you're looking to upgrade, you have to stay in the same product line, and you cannot change personal cards into business cards. So number 2, if you upgrade a credit card, so let's say in our example of going from the Freedom to the Freedom Flex card, even though that's kind of more of a lateral upgrade or a product change almost than a direct upgrade like the Preferred to the Reserve, either way, if you make that change, you are not going to be eligible for the sign-up bonus on that new card. Where consumers are only eligible for sign-up bonuses if they're a new applicant or it's a new account, because you are just upgrading one account to another. That's technically not a new account, and as a result you're not eligible for that sign-up bonus on that card. If you came back and applied for a new one later, they'd say you'd already have that card technically. And that brings us back around to those upgrade offers that I talked about a little bit earlier with the American Express Hilton line. There is a way to play this, and I'm not going to get too far into it, but there is a way to play this where you do maximize both sign-up bonus and the upgrade offer. So again, specific to the Hilton card lineup, and this does work with others, but I'm going to use the Hilton card lineup for example. So for example, let's say you have the Hilton Ascend card, which is the middle card in the Hilton lineup. You've had it for 1 year, so at the end of that year, Amex hits you up and says, hey, we've got an upgrade offer for you of 20,000 points or whatever it is if you upgrade that to the Aspire card, which is the top tier Hilton card. So what you could do, since you're allowed to have multiple Hilton cards, you've got that upgrade offer, you could go and apply for the Aspire card and get the sign-up bonus for the Aspire card, and then take the upgrade offer on your Ascend and make that into Aspire as well, effectively having 2 Aspire cards, having gotten a sign-up bonus and an upgrade offer in the process. Now that's probably the best possible outcome when it comes to upgrading credit cards. But aside from that scenario or the Chase 524 or other credit card rules that we talked about earlier, the vast majority of the time in my research, you're going to be much better off applying for the credit card that you want as a new applicant, to make sure that you're getting that full sign-up bonus, and so it'll count as a brand new account and you'll be eligible for it. So there we have it, guys. That's a little bit on how to upgrade credit cards. It's definitely an option you want to keep in your back pocket if you find yourself in the right situation. So if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, then consider subscribing to the channel. Again, posting content just like this about 4 to 5 times per week. My question for you guys is, let me know some of your upgrade stories down below. Have you been able to take advantage of sign-up bonuses and upgrade offers simultaneously? Love to hear some of your thoughts and stories about this. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.